Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the TOUTTE podcast. Two of us till the end. I'm here with, I guess that makes you my lemon drop, Ryan.
Oh, I've never been more uncomfortable in my life, and Julie says a lot of things that make me uncomfortable, let me tell you.
I am kind of so obsessed with the fact that she did that because it's just like so completely out of character and like so like bold. That's like the wildest thing I think I've ever heard Julie Chen say. Like she could
I
not,
know.
she couldn't help herself. She had to break free of the mold.
I'm kind of mad that you saw it because you didn't watch the episode live, so I was hoping to be the bearer of bad news.
It's been a long week for me. I'm very tired, okay? And I haven't kept up as much as Ryan. So Ryan's going to be carrying most of this. I'm a little behind, but I know what happened. I know things. I just don't know everything.
I mean, I'm also not as updated as I have been the last couple weeks. I've been moving, which is I don't have internet set up, which is why I'm on my phone for a fantastic, wonderful connection here.
All right, well, good
So,
to you don't even take this seriously at all. That's actually really
oh,
embarrassing.
okay, yeah, okay, fine, whatever.
Standard I expect. It's just not being met, but it's okay. I'll overlook it.
Okay, Bryce. I feel like we just hop into just talking about the week. But I'm gonna start from the back. How did you feel about losing Amy this week as a
Um,
house guest?
it's the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life.
Yeah.
No, I like Amy. Don't get me wrong. She's nice. She's sweet. I started liking her a little less when she started shit talking Rachel all the time for whatever reason. When Rachel was like the only one to save her, so I was like, all right, girl, like I guess it's your time. But I still felt bad for her. She ate as I guess Big Brother rule number one: don't be the accomplice. So, but it's pretty whatever. She wasn't a great
I
player.
mean, again, since you didn't watch the episode, I will also tell you during the eviction when Julie had time to ask like one question before they had to rush to end the episode. Um, Julie did say, "Was your relationship with Rachel a benefit or a negative to your game?" And despite Rachel being the only reason Amy survived week one, she said, "Yeah, it was definitely a detriment because it made me a target."
Mm-hmm. Even though her crying Greek one is what made her a target, but whatever. Uh,
She also the first thing she said when she sat down was that she's not good at the game. So like at least she's self-aware.
yes, I did. She ate that part up. I agree. I like her. She's a sweet lady, but I guess this is not the game for her, unfortunately. Although she should have still been safe. Jimmy was also an idiot this week, is my gathering. Um,
There's oh my god, there's so much to talk about with Jimmy. I don't
like,
want to get into it now. He can be our one long section in the tier list.
okay, we'll just talk shit about Jimmy. Yeah. Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
However, good news for you with Amy. I did lose a member of my draft, I believe, with her. I
And that's
can't
all.
believe I picked her before I picked Will,
And that's all I really care about. It's all about the draft, baby.
but I still have the lead.
Mm, I'm playing the long game. It's quality over quantity.
I mean, I do have Kelly and Keanu.
Hmm. I keep seeing YouTube comments that are like, Kelly's playing the game it should be played. She's one of my. She can win this all. It's like the people who think Tucker played well, like the casuals who love
Okay.
Kelly. No, they love Kelly though. Kelly's that girl.
Also, did you watch the veto episode?
Yes,
Do you like how during Kelly's veto competition she started chanting her own name again?
yes, I
It-
did. I did enjoy that.
I'm obsessed with her chanting Kelly, Kelly, and fucking everything.
She's a strange cookie, I guess. Um. Okay, I want to get right into our tier list if that's cool
You
with
want to get
you.
straight into it? You don't have any other thoughts from last week?
Oh, from last week. Um, I do have other thoughts from last week.
Or like
Uh,
anything that, like, just general, that doesn't get into the players specifically.
these bitches are crazy. That's my general thought. I really like the season. Um, Zay and Zach are gay for each other, and that's all I got.
I saw on Twitter that Zay did already meet up with Matt from last season.
I hated that. I didn't like that.
Also, this has nothing to do with this season, but I got another TikTok from MJ yesterday talking about or like making fun of the people that keep telling her she made a mistake, and once again like double, triple, quadrupling down on the fact that she didn't. But then all the comments on the TikTok, because she was like, "Yeah, whatever. I still won like $90,000 and broke records and blah blah blah." And all the comments were like, "Yeah, but you could have done all of that, but had $750,000."
Oh, poor MJ. Whatever.
Uh,
Whatever.
anyways,
Don't want to beat herself up. She ain't got to beat herself up, I guess.
okay, Bryce. I know I told you right before we tried to record this before, and Bryce's thing was fucking up. But
Hmm.
I checked Twitter and I saw the HOH, and I don't. You have not seen it yet, right?
No, I haven't seen the HOH. I want to know. I want to know.
All right. Before we get into the tier list, Bryce, do you have guesses and do you have wants?
I want them to like do you remember that Big Brother 13 competition that Rachel won twice where they had to hang on to like the punching bag or like the cutout? I want them to do that again for a third time so Rachel wins HOH. That's my want. Um,
I just meant like want with who specifically. I will tell you, Rachel did not win the head of household.
well, then I don't even care. I want Rachel to win. Like that's all. I really just want to see her be like a, the worst. Um, ugh. Hopefully not. Can't. Is it Keanu?
Lauren,
Wow. I don't
the
know what
final
she's
two. It was a quiz comp. The final two were Lauren and Mickey.
Mm, I don't know what the fuck one's gonna do.
I watched like a minute of the feeds, and Ava said she got out on the second question, but apparently a lot of people got out on the first question.
Mm. Mickey would have been. Mickey and Lauren both don't really need to win. So
I think Lauren, I think Mickey, if she got it, could have easily solidified a structure and like really like locked her place in the game. I think this HOH is huge for Lauren if she uses it correctly because she's in such like a middle, like not really anything solidified ish position. But
you're right.
if she
She did.
uses this correctly, like her and Catherine were talking about like over the last couple days, like trying to work with kind of the guys and like Kelly and Keanu and shaking things up. However,
Mhm.
in the little bit of things I had time to read, apparently she might just fucking go after Keanu, which like I'm
I was
conflicted
wondering
because like
what.
yeah, it's an easy target, just throw him up, get him out, but that doesn't. I don't think it's smart for her. Like they were talking about working with him, and I think that would have been the better play.
I don't know what her better play is. Like I don't know what the play for her is here.
Like
It's just
her and Catherine the other day were talking about how they're like at the bottom of the girls and they want to kind of team up with the guys and Kelly. And like they've been talking about going after Morgan and Mickey, and those are like two of the power players in the house. I think it would have been a really good move for her to just swing big.
yeah, that is fair. But
But I don't know. I think she can still make it work by going after Keanu. Like it's not going to make any enemies. Apparently Kelly was already saying like, well, I'm probably going up against that. Like it might just be boring noms again. But she's still in a position where like a lot of people like her. I think she can still use this week to build good relationships and set herself up. Like
mhm,
I still don't see her being targeted anytime soon unless she royally fucks up. But I expect her compared to the other HOHs we've had to play it best.
I agree. But it could be dicey. This is a tricky one for her. It's
It
always
is.
tough when
This is
someone in the
also
middle gets an HOH.
it is. It's good for her, but it's also good
Good.
for Catherine because Catherine was is starting. We'll talk about it in the tier list. She was starting to get in quite a bit of danger, and I think this is a buffer week to help her fix her position. Might be huge for her.
I did see that they were like really randomly obsessing over her. Don't really know why, but
I'm not sure
whatever.
either, but we'll get into it. Can you open up the tier list?
Tier list. Yes. Give me 1 second to find share screen. Right here. All right, and let me a add a row below is F. Okay.
Wait, hold on. can't see your screen. Do I need to go to something? Are
Wait,
you
can you see
sharing
me?
it correctly?
Oh, edit to
Um,
stage. There
okay,
we go.
there we go.
All right. So, shall we get into it?
Yeah, I like how they is still there.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep them at the bottom. Oh yay, Best Buy.
All right,
All right.
this time we're just gonna go in alphabetical order because we're lazy.
Cool. Okay, Adrian. Um,
Um,
hmm.
you want to
Mm,
start or you want me to start?
I'm gonna trust your rankings a little more on this. The best I got is I think he played the week being on the block pretty well. It sounded like he wasn't gonna go anywhere, but he was in danger and he got himself here. So I was just thinking C, but I don't know. What
Um,
do you think?
I think I think it's tricky because I understand a C. However, there was still like I know it's not super likely that Amy wins the comp, but if she did, he goes home there. Like the votes could have been there against Will, but it never really came together unless it happened off feeds. But like Adrian was the blockbuster was a puzzle, and Adrian was close to being done, so I was just watching him the whole time. But then towards the end, he will like I was just looking at him, and he did eventually get it, but then, like, I looked over at Amy's puzzle after Adrian finished it, and Amy had almost caught up. Amy was
Wow.
legitimately like maybe 15 seconds away from winning, and Adrian was like starting to slow down and like struggle. So like it if Amy was a little bit faster on her puzzle, Adrian is out of the house, and I think I can't put him in C when he was that close to
I'm cool with
like
D then.
or if it was a different comp. Like, I think he did play the week pretty decently. He got someone like Mickey on his side. He did plead his case well to make sure he was staying against Amy, but he was always going to stay against Amy. Like he flipped people that technically he didn't really need, and he was still going to go home in one of the scenarios. And he kind of did get fucked by powers and everything,
Mhm.
but
I almost think
I
though he
also think
comes up
he's in
in a good spot. No.
no, you're I'd be willing to go low C. Like he was so close to being evicted, but especially knowing Lauren's the HOH, I don't think he's going up, and I think that he can put himself in a decent position moving
All
forward.
right.
I don't think he's going to be immediately targeted.
All right. We'll keep him here for now. We can always move him. Yeah. Ooh,
Yep.
goodbye.
Oh, I mean, what is there to say? She didn't do like much campaigning. She didn't do like much all game. She kind of just sat around and talked with her friends, and then didn't even like half of her friends.
Yeah, and then talk shit about her friends. But then she said she was really funny on her way out when she was like, "Fuck you, Jimmy,"
Jimmy's a snake. Get his ass out.
because Jimmy do be a snake. Get his ass out, you know.
Correct. She ate.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, that's fair. She's, you know,
she's such
I
a
think
nothing player.
yeah, we talked about her a bit already. I'm cool. I don't have anything else to really say.
No, but we'll have a lot to say about fucking Ashley. Oh my god.
I don't even know where to begin with this. You can begin with this.
Bryce, she's such a bad player. She's such a okay. It's not even just like player. I brought up Santina last time, and I don't mean like Santina as a player. I mean Santina socially because socially, I'm gonna tell you some things I don't know if you know. One, um, Rachel was cleaning, like the whole house was cleaning, and she walked in on Rachel like on her hands and knees scrubbing the floor. Someone else walks in, I think like Zach, and he immediately starts helping. But she walks in and she's just like she just refuses to help, and like Rachel calls her out on it. Apparently, she said something along the lines of like, "I don't like clean my own house, so why should I help clean this one?" Like she's been called out for not doing dishes. I think later she like went and tried to grab a Swiffer, but she couldn't figure out how to get the Swiffer thing to stay on the Swiffer.
Oh
Like,
no.
s- and then oh fuck, there was another fight yesterday between her, Amy, and Rachel. They were having a conversation with somebody else. It was somebody that wanted uh like Amy out, and they were like discussing something that Ashley had told them, and Ashley was like, "Yeah, I don't really like the." Oh, they were talking to Lauren. They were talking to Lauren about shit, and Ashley was like, "Yeah, I don't really like he said she said shit." Except like they were talking about information that Ashley had given them, and Ashley was like, "Well, like I don't want to talk about this anymore."
That was when
Like
Rachel was. That was with Rachel and who was the other person involved? Um,
Lauren and I think Amy was there.
about like or about wanting Catherine out or something.
Not, I don't. I honestly don't remember. I listened to it earlier on RHAP, and I fucking forgot already.
It's okay.
But just like socially, like she's such a nobody like likes her. She's people are talking about like going after Zach, and she's defending Zach when Zach fucking hates her. She keeps talking about wanting to go after like not trusting Morgan when like Morgan and Mickey want her in like final five. They tried to form an alliance with they want like the core is Morgan, Mickey, Ashley, Ava, Will. But then they also wanted people like Zach and Vince to be on the outskirts, and they talked to Zach and Vince about it, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not doing this alliance because Ashley's in it. Like, we don't like her. Like, she's actively like her existing is making. She never makes like she has such good reads sometimes too. She's saying that like Zach and Vince and Morgan and Mickey are like the best players in the house, and they need to go. And she's absolutely right about all of that. But then
Mm-hmm.
like the people she wants out more are like Morgan and Mickey who want her in the final five. And then she's like defending Zach, but then she also wants Vince out now. But then she also I don't trust her to like ever get us standing enough in this house to where people like actually care about what she has to say because she's so out there and like bad that I don't see people ever taking her seriously. I like
Yeah.
she wasn't on the block, she didn't go home. I'd be willing to give her D tier because theoretically, if she starts only listening to her right reads, then she could be a phenomenal player. But she's not going to do that.
I'm gonna agree with the D tier, and I expect to go down.
Can you please add at least one of your own thoughts?
No.
All right.
Yes, Ashley is our first round draft pick, and you know what? She's still in the game. She's still in the game, and she's cooking. She's getting ready to. She's revving up her engine. She does. I just agree with you. Like she seems like she's going to be smart all the time, and then she does something ridiculously stupid. I do wonder. Like, I feel like I have a good feeling she might overstay, like long overstay her welcome. You know, like I
I
actually
think
don't know
I
people coming after her. Um,
there Riley hates her, Catherine hates her. Lauren was talking about her, I think, before HOH, maybe not Lauren. Zach hates her.
but
Vince,
are
I
they
think,
coming
doesn't
after
like
her?
her. I think the first three would actively, at the very least, nominate her as a pawn. And I think if she's on the block, there's a good chance she
She's not
leaves.
lasting too long. She ain't lasting too long. But I like
I,
her.
I think even Kelly might nom her.
I mean, that doesn't. She kind of seems like Rachel's side's Kelly, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I'm dead.
It's very that.
It is.
Where everyone's like, ugh, but I guess you're on her side. Okay. um. Okay. Ava. F tier,
Mother.
obvious.
Mother. My one.
She's playing so fucking well. Um, in my opinion, unless I'm missing stuff. Rachel wanting her to be a final two is crazy. That's a really good option for her to have as well on the side. I feel like everyone likes her. I feel like nobody's after her. I'm thinking A tier for her.
I
Um,
agree.
what do you think? What do you think about Miss Ava?
I think A tier is absolutely correct. I think the week went well for her. Amy wasn't an ally for her. She kept the two people that she's in the alliance with. What's granted, the alliance isn't like super super real, but with Lauren as HOH, I can see it solidifying.
Mhm.
Um, I think she's playing super super well socially. I think she's one of, if not the best social players in the house.
Yep.
Strategically, I still haven't seen like a ton of active like thoughts from her, which is why I don't want to go S. I think it's much too early for an S in this position.
Yes.
But
S, you can do some shit, do something crazy.
like S, you need to like I need to see something like stand out. But A is just
Yeah.
like you're a solid good player. I don't really have any complaints. I think Rachel as an option is great. I think with Lauren as HOH, if the bond does solidify as like a real solid thing, I think that helps a lot.
Yep.
And just like she has a good bond with Lauren individually. She has the thing with Rachel. Like at both sides of the house really, really like her. I
Yep.
think she's in a prime position to if things continue to go well, I think she can take the reins of this game if she wanted to. The issue is I don't know if she wants to play that actively.
I think the one thing I need from Ava is like a ride or die. Because I mean, I guess it could be Rachel, but I don't really know if she's as reciprocal with Rachel. So like if her and Will can be ride or dies or something like that's where I see. But maybe she doesn't really need one, but I think that'd be big for her.
Mhm.
But that's my only complaint. And she sometimes says some silly things. I'm like, I don't know, but she's killing it. Yeah.
I don't have anything else to add, I don't think.
Okay. We got our boy Will, who was on the block, but it seems like he was going to stay in both situations. And I think this is a tale for me. I think it's kind of a tale of 2 weeks where it seems like he played this. To me, in my opinion, he should have lied about his vote, maybe, or something. I don't know. Or just not voted the way he did last week. But I think
Hmm.
he started the week getting himself in pretty big trouble, but then I think he actually ended up making a pretty good recovery. I think he played being on the block pretty well, pretty chill. It seems like everyone still wants to save him and work with him, even though he basically was caught lying to like half the house last week. Um, and he could be better. You know, he was still nominated. There's still some doubts about him, but I don't know if he's in anything too solid as much as he was week one either. But I think he's doing okay. So that's my will take, I guess. What do you think,
My
Ryan?
my
Lemon.
issue with Will is that I was higher on him last week pretty
Mm-hmm.
substantially. This week, like for the first half of it, seemed like he just kind of like gave like he was honest about his vote. He kind of sat around like he knew he was an option to go up and didn't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
He was a target for part of the week from Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if Jimmy stayed on that, the women might have tried to back it. But like I don't think the target switched because of anything Will did or said. I think it just naturally did because of he's a 50-year-old man and he wasn't a number for Rachel like Amy was. So
Yeah.
like I don't think he survived because of anything he actively did. I feel like he really took a back seat this week compared to last week.
Yeah.
Um I would honestly probably put him below Adrian because going like he would have stayed over Adrian, but I don't think like Adrian I saw campaigning a lot more and actively getting people on his side. The only reason Will was going to stay is just because he genuinely was less of a threat.
That's really it? Okay.
And I think this week can be good for him with Lauren as HOH. Again, they're in the bond. If that solidifies, I think that's good for him. But I need to see him having more active game conversations. Like his relationship with Mickey is worse than it used to be. I barely saw him talk to Ava when they seemed like they were close. I don't really know what his thoughts are moving
I'm
forward.
getting the vibe that last week he really stumbled into his good position, and I'm not getting the vibe that he is quite capable of doing the right things with that position, if that makes sense.
That
Yeah.
would not surprise me.
Yeah. But
But
maybe
I
he,
mean, he was the barbecue sauce, I think. So
yeah. So now there's no Burger Boys.
I want you to know during the like Julie's little things in between everybody walking into the DR to cast their vote, she mentioned the Burger Boys twice.
Again,
She mentioned it for Zach and maybe Vince, maybe I think Riley. I think she mentioned it for Zach and Riley.
no one's ever going to talk about that shit again. It was a week
Julie
one
is
that immediately crumbled.
nope
Like, what are we doing?
Burger Boys.
not real. There's no Burger Boys.
I think you're just jealous that you're not his lemon drop.
I am not Will's lemon drop. I am his. Yeah. What? That's really crazy of Julie.
I
I do
cannot
not think
believe she
she's
said that.
this
I
bad.
can't
No,
fucking believe.
I feel like it's almost so ridiculous. Like she can kind of get away with saying something like that because it's like, oh man, Julie Chen, what the fuck?
Oh, also, she did sit down with Derek and Taylor to talk about the bi-weekly Friday thing, and all three of them at the end of the episode said love one another together.
Well, isn't that fun? Isn't that beautiful? Love one another. You know,
Are
it's
you making
beautiful.
me start with Jimmy here?
Yeah. Speaking of love, okay, I need to. This camera keeps falling.
I've
Where is?
noticed.
Okay, let me fix this. Jimmy is gonna go into, I will say, um, S tier. I think he played the week beautifully by first turning the entire house against Keanu, and hashtag owning him in an epic speech for the ages. I think it went over really, really well with the house. I think his nominations were perfect. He ingeniously sussed out a bunch of the powers, and then once they were used, he realized the perfect strategy was to put up all the threats on one side of the house and then target one random person on his own side and then be surprised that they're pissed off. Because here's the thing, by doing that, he gets closer to Rachel and none of them get pissed at him. They're all okay that he's shooting at their own side. None of them really care, right? And the other side's grateful to him. And it's definitely not that both sides hate him and want him out. It's that they're both appreciative of him. So I think this is the best gameplay of all time. And I think if there was a tier higher than S, we should put him there. So that's my thoughts. What do you think, Ryan?
Okay, I'm on a pretty similar wavelength. So, his initial nominees were good. Makes sense. I think him bitching about needing to put 5 people up is annoying because, like, yeah, it's annoying, but he put Kelly up knowing she had a veto power, and, like, did he like, there was a, like, 50% chance one of his nominees wins the veto in the first place. So he's already probably gonna have to make 4, so I don't know why he's so mad about it. Like, you knew 3 powers just happened. You know you're putting at least 1 person with the power up. You don't think you're gonna need to nom people? Um, I think, like, obviously Jimmy didn't play this week well. His renoms were horrendous. He didn't talk about them with his allies ahead of time. He made deals with the other side that they weren't even going to hold true to. He believes people blindly, like Adrian and Kelly, when they say they're not going to put him up, even though they are. Um, I just completely lost my train of thought. He he switched his target. Every single person was a target at some point. He was originally going to target like Adrian and then Will and then Amy and then Will and then Adrian again. And like by the time Adrian was his final target, he still had not made the replacement noms, and he could have picked other people that would actually send Adrian home, and he didn't do that.
I don't get
And
that.
then he put up 2 people that were never going to beat Adrian in the fucking blockbuster.
Mm-mm.
However,
I did not even think about that. Yeah.
he he did make people upset and they were mad and they were like talking about going after him. But once he started targeting Adrian, his allies did kind of cool off. None of them are talking about going after him anymore. Even the other side was kind of starting to chill out and focus on other people. I was hearing Catherine's name more. I was hearing Keanu's name more. I don't think even if Lauren didn't win this HOH, I don't think Jimmy would have been an immediate target for most of them. Like even Keanu wasn't going to put him up. And with Lauren as HOH, I don't think Jimmy's going up. So I don't think I can put him F because he's not in immediate danger and he is at least good at comps.
I
And
think
like
he played
Amy,
so awful. It was
he
such a bad
played so
HOH.
awful, but he also like he's good at comps. He still has people around him. If he goes up, it'll probably be with Rachel, and there's still a chance Rachel goes home over him as an even bigger target.
Does anyone really give a fuck about Jimmy? I don't know.
I I don't like. He's not being immediately he still has like good individual relationships with people like Vince, people like Zach. I don't know.
That's
I
so
lean low D instead of F because at least like I don't think he's going home this week.
fine.
Please give
I
me
just
some more of your actual thoughts.
my actual thoughts are I thought it was really a terrible HOH, and Amy was a terrible target, and he ended up with a lot of people pissed off at him. I guess they waned off, but I, he's just Heisem. I don't know. I
But
think his time
Bryce,
sooner rather than
Bryce, if
later.
you don't like his nominations, then why don't you give him some other options?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Why don't you just like give other suggestions?
for what he should do.
Yeah,
How
give
about
other suggestions.
uh, why is nobody putting up Zach? What's
Well,
going
no,
on?
it's too early. Try another one.
It's not. It's not too early, guys. If you want Adrian to go put up fucking Zach, I don't think Will was a terrible nominee for him. I think Amy was the tough one.
I
Um,
agree with that.
yeah, I
Like,
think
if
Will
you
was
just
fine.
put up Riley instead of Amy,
Riley. Oh, Riley. Why is it Riley? Why did Riley stay safe after
it,
volunteering?
it's too early. It's too early.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Too
So
early.
yeah, too early, I guess. I don't know. All right, I'll cave on the low D. All right, Zay isn't in this. Catherine, you could start on Catherine.
Okay. Catherine is so tricky. I
Yes, she.
think she has the correct read on what she needs to be doing in regards to like not liking Ashley, talking about Morgan and Mickey. Like all of those are people that would also go after her. She verbalized in her goodbye message that she felt like if she just ran with a girl, she's at the bottom of that, and that wouldn't be smart. And I agree with that. The issue is she does have a decent amount of people actively targeting her, alongside the fact that she doesn't really have any allies protecting her. She was starting to get close to Jimmy this week, but even that seemed to kind of be deteriorating by the end of his HOH. So, like, I think she got a very lucky HOH outcome that she can use to put herself in a better position, but we haven't seen the benefits of that happening yet. And she was being targeted by so many people that I think if she doesn't win a competition, she was a very likely boot this week with a lot of HOHs,
Yeah.
specifically because Lauren is the HOH and she has a chance to start rebuilding. I
Should
would
we?
put her in C instead of D.
I feel like we're rating for last week, so it's a little weird to. Yeah, I'll do C. You know what though? But it's a little weird to include that, but whatever. The other thing with Catherine is it's like, yeah, she
She's
was in
not
that position.
doing much.
What?
She's also just like not doing much. She only talks game with like a couple of people.
Yeah, she didn't really do anything bad. She just didn't do anything good. So I'm down for high D or low C.
I agree with that. I think for now, put her like next to Will, just because she didn't actively fuck up as much as like Ashley.
Okay. Um, dope. Um,
Are you gonna use a repeat bit here? You gonna do the Jimmy bit again for Keanu?
well, I've just lost the tab that the bracket is on, so I'm going back to
I
find it.
still see it.
I know it's still there, but I accidentally like separated it from the other tab. So you could start with Keanu while I do this.
Well, Keanu is so bad at this game. It is
Yeah.
genuinely incredible how like if he makes his own read, it will be the worst read you've ever heard in your life. And if someone tells him information, he will only believe the information that is a lie. He somehow genuinely believes that Jimmy won't go after him again, even after being explicitly told that Jimmy and multiple other people not named Rachel are going after him, and he's still going after Rachel. Um, I I truly like he's so horrendous at this game. I cannot believe how bad he is.
His conversation his conversation with Rachel, where she was like, where he first of all admitted to, like he said, like you predicted, just watching a clip show, where he was like, "Oh, I've heard of her. I've definitely seen things from you." Like when Hayden said, "String a sentence together without using the word like," or when Reagan said that you coming back unleashed something horrible into the house, and then he goes, "Why is
What
she
did I
mad at
do? Did I say something?
me? Did I say something wrong? Maybe." But I loved that part of the season where that person called you a huge fucking bitch and said you should like jump off a cliff. That was my favorite part of the season. Like, wait, why are you upset? I don't understand.
I want them to lock Keanu and Ashley in a room together for 6 hours and see if they both survive.
I don't think they honestly maybe they couple up at that point. I like I don't know. I think him and Kelly are perfect enough as it is.
Actually, throw Kelly in with them too.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know what to say more than you said. He's just really not a great player, and I'm
Like,
putting him below Amy,
the
even though
thing
he's
is,
wonderful.
like, again, he was starting to like other people were becoming bigger targets, and like people were almost kind of starting to be fine with like not free targeting him. And then he would just say something stupid again. And now Lauren's HOH, who was one of the few people in the game that was saying like maybe we can team up with Keanu and Kelly. And now she's already talking about nominating him the second after she wins. So like he's hopeless unless he specifically somehow survives and wins an HOH and doesn't do something stupid with it, which isn't going to happen. Like he doesn't have a chance in this game. He does not have a chance in this game, truly.
No. But Casey Clark S tier this week.
Oh, and Bryce, I want you to know that after Casey won the veto for him, he kept saying that he won the veto.
I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, that's crazy. Like, yeah, you better. He's like, you better be scared. Now I've shown you what I can do. I've shown you what I can. You better be scared of me. Even win the fucking. Even win the damn comp. That's really funny to me. I really enjoyed that actually. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, everyone? You put me up, I'm gonna take myself down.
I'm gonna
What a
pick you
game.
all up one by one by one. Does that include me?
I guess so.
Ava S tier.
I don't know what the hell to do about Kelly.
That's a fantastic question, Bryce.
What the hell even do with her?
I feel like you just throw her next to the Kelly of the other side of the house.
I agree with you completely. That's where I was thinking. Like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if she didn't have the second veto, she's going home.
Yep.
Nobody in the game gives a fuck about her. She might not go up this week, but she probably will just because why would you not nominate Kelly? Like she's so bad socially. Last night there was
Should Jimmy be
like she
above her?
yelled what?
Should Jimmy be above her, maybe?
Um honestly I'd put Jimmy above both of them.
Okay. Works for me.
But like when the have-nots got off slop, she got up and yelled at them for being too loud, but because she was trying to sleep. But she didn't say it was because she was trying to sleep. She said it's because Adrian and Will needed rest for the competition tomorrow, and that she didn't actually care. But it was also really respectful, and like she, every time she says something, this is going to sound mean. When I was watching Zay's goodbyes messages on TikTok, and it got to Kelly, I like viscerally reacted and scrolled. So if that's how I feel watching her on TikTok, I can't imagine being in the house with her.
Listen, a lot of people love her for some reason. She's so it's.
Because
I'm
in the edit, like in the DR, she's actually like well spoken and sounds like she knows what she's talking about and doing. And I like keep forgetting that it's her. Like if I was only watching the episodes, I would also probably like her. Kelly, Kelly, Kelly,
crazy.
Kelly.
Getting her own name is crazy work. Ugh. Okay. Let's. She hit the hell out of that pose last week though. Okay.
She did.
She did eat that thing. Okay, Lauren. Um, good job. I think she's doing a good job. I think she's positioned well. I think people like her. I think she's doing the right things. And now she's HOH, so I'm like BA for her. It's going to depend how she plays it, but I think she has a lot. I think with this HOH, she has a lot of wiggle room now to really pave a good path for her. I like her instincts. I like how she thinks about the game. So yeah, that's where I'm at with her. Maybe in a low A, high B.
I agree. I think based on what specifically we've seen for her, I think this HOH gives her a potential. I'm not really ready to go up to A right now. I think
Mm-hmm.
she very easily could be next week if she plays this HOH well. But the fact that she's talking about going after Keanu, which I still don't know if that's the right move for her. Like, yeah, it gets no blood, but like going after house targets is good when you're already in a good solidified position, and she's not. So unless she can like really force that together and make sure that something else doesn't get put together, I'm like. But it's also I read that like 10 minutes after she could change her mind. I
I
think
don't
based on what we've seen from her, she's a perfectly fine player, and I think she has potential to keep going up. But I think B makes sense for now.
I think going after a house target is, if you're in the middle, is good. And I think she's still in a good spot. I don't think people are coming after her anytime soon. So I think even though Keanu's an option to work with her, I think the fact that she's doing that is going to solidify trust with a lot of people who might not have trusted her before. So I like who might have doubted her. Um, so I don't mind the move. Because I think she's in the spot to do it. But I'm gonna go with B with you as well. We'll chuck her in B.
I understand that perspective, but if you're in the middle, like then people are still going to be closer to the people they were like
Mm-hmm.
on their specific sides. And if she doesn't put something together here by going after House Target, like Mickey and Morgan were still trying to put together a structure that doesn't have her in it. Like if that still comes together by her taking out a House Target, then it
Well,
opens up the chances for people like Morgan, people like Ashley to then keep going after Catherine if that
yeah,
doesn't get fixed. And alongside Catherine, Lauren might go up there as a pawn, and there's a battle or there's a blockbuster that can happen, and you never know. Like I don't think it's necessarily a bad move, but I think it's too early to call it a good move.
all right, fair enough. Um, you want to talk about Mickey?
Um, I think Mickey's still a solid A. She's one of the best players in the house.
Yep.
I do question. Oh, my main thing with her is that she really wanted Adrian to stay over Amy this week, and that made absolutely no sense for her game. It
Yeah.
didn't come down to that, and Amy left anyways. But like her specifically wanting to keep Adrian so strongly when she doesn't have Adrian that closely as an ally currently was, I think, easily the biggest strategic misstep I've seen from her in this game, and it kind of throws me off. The other issue is it might not matter because she might not ever have to use the power, but
I know.
like pretty much everybody knows that she has the power at this point,
That's really bad.
and it's not it's not great. But like she doesn't need to use the power right now. She's in a position where I don't think anybody's ever going after her right now. So ideally, she can hold on to it, and then maybe other theories start to pop up in that time. Like it's not technically guaranteed that people know. Um, I think she's played the week solid. I think she's also trusting Ashley a little too much. But if she can put together a solidified structure, I think that she's bound to ride it out for a decently long time if it comes up.
Yep. My only qualms with her as well are the power thing and um, yeah, the fact that some people it seems like are starting to recognize that her and Morgan are in a good spot, so I could see a shot being taken at her in the near future. Or
Mm-hmm.
not in the near, but in the future ish, maybe like if people want to go after her and Morgan because they think she's in such a great spot. Does she have enough close allies? Probably. I think she'll be fine. So um, I think she's in a great spot. I Do you think above or below A above?
I think I think logistically she's in a probably better position than Ava, but she's also made more missteps than Ava.
Mhm.
And with Lauren as HOH, Lauren's closer to Ava, so I think Ava has a stronger chance of being in a structure by the end of the week.
I agree. I think Mickey might get left out of some structures, and Ava is going to be included in most structures. So,
Yeah, I don't. I think if Lauren makes something, I don't see Mickey being in that, and I see Ava being in that.
no, I agree. I agree. I agree. Okay, Morgan. Gamer girl Morgan. She's doing okay. She's a little messy, messy boots a little bit, but people still tend to like her. I do think eventually her mouth is going to catch up to her, but I don't think we're there yet. Um, so I have her probably below Mickey, around or above or around like a low A or a B, maybe a B, maybe a B. She's been a little messy. I don't know what to make of her, but she's a very active player. Sometimes she has really great reads, sometimes she has really terrible reads, but net positive with her still. So I don't know. What do you think of Morgan?
I'm also I'm pretty solid on a B. I think that like yeah, her and Mickey are a duo, but when people talk about targeting them, they're talking about going after Morgan. Even someone on her own side like Ashley has continually talked about going after Morgan. I think also like she's pushing things to people she shouldn't be pushing things to. She was trying to convince like Zach and Vince to keep Amy over Adrian or some shit. I don't know in what world she ever thinks that's gonna happen. But then also like while being stubborn, she's also kind of flip floppy because Mickey was able to convince her to save Adrian instead, and then she changed her mind when Rachel talked to her about Amy. And then Adrian himself was able to flip her, even though he was talking about using her as a nominee. Like I think her mouth, her name has been in a couple too many people's mouths as a potential target later on. That I don't think she can go up to A, but I think if that cools down and if she starts playing a little calmer, that I think she can easily go back up to an A, which I think we had her at last week.
All right, works for me. Works for me.
All right,
Um,
I'm gonna start with Riley because there's some stuff that I don't know if you know. First of
go.
all, I forget that he's here. Just
Me
straight
too.
up, I forgot he was in the game, and then every time I hear something about him, I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with like actual gameplay, but he had another conversation with Catherine about how he's obsessed with her and he wants her to win the game. And then if they're nominated, he'll use the veto on her. And she said, like, I don't know how I feel about that, but he just keeps going. I saw a clip on Twitter earlier where and then he just like grabbed her ass or patted her ass or something. Like, he's weird and creepy and beast mode cowboy, and I don't like him. I don't know how he didn't go up. I I don't know if Lauren's gonna put him up either. I feel like he's gonna stick around another week, but he did not go up because of anything he did. I didn't see him fucking do anything at all. I like when I was reading Twitter
He didn't go
updates.
in spite of what he did.
I
Yeah.
I don't know what he said.
I said he didn't go up in spite of what he did, honestly.
But I guess keep aiming the first. Week, but, like, who cares?
You're
And like
hot.
I just I don't know what he's doing. He's by far like him and Amy. I feel like we're just there and not really doing anything. And like I don't think anybody in the game except Catherine, who has some of the least power in the game, gives a fuck about Riley. But he's also not being like targeted by anyone. Um, I think on paper he's probably like I don't know, throw him with like Adrian or Will, like below or above Will
I'd put him
because
below.
I don't think below Catherine because like people haven't been talking about going after him.
Yeah, but I have 100 times more confidence in Catherine's ability to recover and have a game sense. I could still see Catherine recovering and winning. I cannot see Riley winning the game.
I can't see Riley winning, but I'm not doing a tier list based on who I think is most likely to win. I'm doing it based on their like
I think he
current
played. He asked
shit.
to go on the block this week. I'm not rewarding that. He tried
I
to go
don't
up.
remember seeing that.
What?
I don't remember seeing that.
There was a time where he was asking to go up. He was
O-
he was saying he was ready to go up and be a pawn.
Okay, put him below Catherine.
Thank you. He's a moron, but he's okay. All right, Vince did great this week. Um, I think people. I was saying last week, I felt like we should put Vince higher, despite how like bad it was on paper, because I think he ended in a really good spot, and I think he's in a really good spot. I think almost everyone is trusting him and wants to work with him, and he's in a lot of conversations. He's in a lot of structures, even structures he's not in. He's like considered on the outskirts of it, and they got to watch out for him. I think he's really dangerous. I think he's really dangerous, and I put him AB somewhere. Um, I could see it going up. I could see it going, but maybe yeah. I just hate that beanie so much. I can't get over it. But I'd say an A or a B for Vince probably. What do you think?
I agreed with everything you said until like last night. Um, People are starting to realize how good of a spot he's in. Particularly, it was coming from Ashley, which didn't matter, but Ashley told it to Rachel and Morgan and Mickey. Like Morgan and Mickey were like mentioning they don't want Zach in jury. And she was like, I think Vince is a bigger threat than Zach. Like everyone trusts Vince, everyone likes him. And
I'm stupid, but I
like
do.
this is the one time that Ashley has a correct read and it's actually kind of starting to get through. Mickey's a little more wary, Morgan's a little more wary. Even
I
Rachel is starting to question it a little more. Like I think Vince has been in a great position all week. He's not doing anything wrong, but people are starting to recognize that, and he's not an active enough player to where I'm willing to give him the A because if he does become a target, I don't see him fighting him his way out of that because I don't see him fighting to do anything.
yeah. Do you think below
So
Lauren or above Lauren?
I think below Lauren just because Lauren's in power right now.
Yeah, and also Lauren has not really had her name mentioned. Like everyone else below Lauren has been kind of targeted um, with that last thing. So I'm fine to put him there. What was I gonna say? It was really cool
Bryce,
today.
that is the wrong place.
Well, um, whoops. I was gonna say it's great that Ashley realizes that he's good to target, but actually saying he's a bigger threat than Zach is like the one context he's actually not a bigger threat than, in my opinion. Um, Speaking of, now that we are on to Zach, I think Zach is the biggest threat in the house. I don't understand why everyone is tripping over themselves to work with him, who should not be working with him. Everyone in the house is literally like fighting each other to work with this big buff guy who doesn't even want anything to do with half these people. It is incredible how many times I'm like, well, it's an obvious move to put up Zach here, but people just trust him on every side of the house in every situation. So it's weird because it seems like he's solid on one side for us, but for the house guests, they don't get it. Um, I have him in A, and I have him maybe even I have him at the top of A. I could really see Zach winning this game if people don't do anything about it soon, and I don't think they're gonna do something about it soon. And I don't really understand why they're all bowing down everything he says, but yeah, that's my take. Unless I missed something this week about them finally waking up to him.
Um, I mean, you did miss some stuff. The main issue was that he's been a little behind on information. Him and
Hmm.
Catherine had a conversation like yesterday where uh he was saying that he didn't know if Amy had the votes to leave over Will
Mm.
or over Adrian. It might have been over eight, but like every single person in the house knew that Amy was gone no matter what, including Amy, including Rachel, and he just didn't know that yet somehow. And I don't know how someone who does have so many people wanting to work with him is so behind on game information that was such common knowledge.
I
So
think
I'm
he might
I
believe the wrong
I
stuff.
think he's taken a little bit of a back seat. I don't think he's as active as I'd like him to be. I'm still gonna give him A because like especially because he has the power still. He has a veto that is just going to save him if something ever crumbles. But I don't think I'm willing to give him. I think I'm bottom of A with him just because
You're with me.
I haven't seen him make as many strong like game moves, game cases as Mickey or Ava.
Okay. Bottom of A it is for Zachary.
And
Um,
like again, it has been mentioned by like Ashley still thinks he's a threat. Morgan and Mickey, like Morgan and Mickey actively don't want him in jury.
okay, and that is true. That is true. I forgot about that too. So bottom of A is fine with me. Um, last but not least, consistently the hardest person to rank, Rachel, in my opinion. I don't know what the hell to do with her. Because she's such a big target, but she does things well, and then she does things terribly, and I don't fucking. I'll let you take it away with her.
Throw her at the bottom of B. I don't know. Like she lost her closest ally, so maybe her threat level will go down. But like she's. Can you scroll it up a little? I want to
She's
see
also
who else is there.
drama, for better or for worse.
Like I don't. I think bottom of B makes sense. Like the people above her have stronger points. Like she's still being actively talked about, but like all the people below bottom of B were like nominated and or being targeted and or suck generally. So I
It
think
does.
that just like makes sense. Like if I think with Lauren's HOH, I don't see Lauren targeting Rachel,
Yeah.
but I don't know if like if Keanu does go, that's it gives Rachel the opportunity to start looking at other people and or working with other people. And if Ava is genuinely like starting to be loyal to her, if Ava can stick up for her, I think that's big.
Yeah, that's a good. She picked a good person to ask for a final two. Um, but I was considering C as well, top of C as well, but I'll go bottom of B because I feel like she has less people coming after her now than she did last week, and less like it's gonna lower her target level. I do still think eventually someone's just gonna be like, "Oh, big move time," and just take her out, and it's probably gonna be someone close to her, and it's probably gonna be really annoying. It's gonna be
You
like
know,
Ashley or something. Like
the
it's gonna
issue
be
is like with this cast, as things currently stand, I see no way Rachel makes it to the finals. Like absolutely. But currently, like I'm not gonna knock her rating because of that. I think right now she's like in an all right spot.
all right. Well, soak it up, everyone. We got Flo from Progressive telling us this is our tier list right here.
I feel like looking at it, like something feels weird, but I don't know what else I would move. Like seeing Ava at the top feels weird, but then like Mickey and Zach made mistakes, and like I don't know.
This no, this is fine. Um, maybe Lauren's too low. I don't know.
No, but that feels good to me, unless like we see what her HOH does. I think we need to take Riley off of the list. Then it looks a lot better.
It's the Riley. Oh
Oh
yeah.
wait, actually, can you like hold on? Can you move Will between Catherine and Riley just so Catherine and Riley are not next to each other? Because I want to save her from that.
All right, I'm cool with that.
Okay,
All right. Oh well, I accidentally exited out, which means we're done with that.
we sure are. Any other general thoughts moving into the week based on last week?
It's gonna be a mess. I don't know what's gonna happen. The season's really fun. I hope to keep being fun. I'm curious to see what Lauren does. It's gonna shape a lot of the game. Maybe actually, I don't know.
No,
Everything changed
I
last
was
second.
I was so excited when I saw that she won because I was hoping it would like really cause a big shakeup. Because I thought she would like, I thought there was a chance she'd nom like Morgan and Mickey, and I think like I don't necessarily want them to go, but I think that would be like, I think that would make the game really fun. But
I am like, I'm not one of those people who wants it back and forth every single week. I want it back and forth sometimes. I
yeah,
want it
but
back and forth sometimes.
another Keanu Kelly week.
Yes, I want I want them to go home. I'm over them.
Fair
I don't
enough.
want to see Kelly in the end game. I'm sorry. I don't want to see Keanu making a decision at final 8.
Okay, but
So
Bryce,
so the game
picture
can be more.
this. Picture this, okay? You can now give your final plea to the jurors. Kelly, 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 Kelly.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. So I'm okay. I'm okay. I'd rather Mickey be here than Kelly, personally. God forbid.
Weird.
Like, it's
All right.
crazy of me.
Well,
But
we both managed to hit an hour, but also not yap for an hour and a half. So I think that's a pretty good middle ground for how tired we are.
I'm exhausted. So with that, I wish everyone farewell. And you want to say it with me, Ryan? Love
Love one
one
another.
another. I love
Okay.
one another. My little lemon drops.
All right.
Goodbye.